The Tzedakah Cohen says in the Pri Tzadik on Rosh Hashana, he quotes a very interesting Zohar in the Tikkunim. It says, "Elakulhu tzavachin b'tzlusa b'yom Kippuri." Everyone's crying out on Yom Kippur, kekalavim, like dogs. Have lanu mizona. Everyone cries out on Yom Kippur like dogs. Give us our food. So it's a strange Zohar. The Pri Tzadik points out. Tzadik says it's very strange, especially because the Gemara at one point even points out that it's in fact the Gemara's Mishabeach and Amor and Baba Basra who said Parnaseni kekelev, give me food like a dog. So Tzadik points out that it's strange that in one place the Zohar seems to say that it's being Megana, it's saying something pejorative, negative about people that say on Yom Kippur, feed me like a dog. Yet the Gemara seems to say that it's a good thing. So he says what the Gemara means when it says feed me like a dog, he means that a person didn't want to, that Amora didn't want to use up his chusim. He didn't want to make it that I should be fed because I'm a chashav rav. Feed me pashut because I want to have food as if I'm not chashav enough to have the food. So Tzaddik says certainly most of us can't have that taina because we're not chashav enough. We're not on the level of chashivas that people should feed us because we're Talmidei Chachamim. But he says still it's strange that the Zohar would say that there's something wrong with this. He says that on davening, on the Yom Narayim, we have to strike a balance. It's not so simple. We have to strike a balance between davening for our needs, for our physical needs, and at the same time davening for ruchnius. And the Zohar is being Magana. The Zohar is saying a negative thing about somebody who only davens for his physical needs on Yom Kippur. That's something that's not a good thing to do. So I wanted to speak for a few minutes about davening, asking bakashos, asking things in Shemona Esrei, you're davening in general on Rosh Hashana, and in particular this year when Rosh Hashana falls out on Shabbos. The normal halacha we know is that we do not ask for things on Shabbos. We don't make bakashos on Shabbos. There are various reasons given. Maybe in the future it's something we could speak about. But the general halacha is that on Shabbos we do not ask bakashos. So Shlomo Zalman says, however, that's only b'dibur. That's only when you speak. But a person is allowed to be maharher bakashos, and even on Shabbos, a person is allowed to think bakashos. He gives the example. Somebody asked Mishayla by a bris milah that at a bris is a segula. It's an Indian that while the baby is crying, there's an Indian to be mispalel, and your tefillos are carried up with the tears and the cries of the baby. So someone asked him, what about on Shabbos when there's a bris? So he said, be maharher. You could think the tefillos during a bris, and they have the same thing, and it's not aser because you're only thinking. Likewise, for a chola, they talk about for a chola that it's not mutter to daven for on Shabbos. That's a chola she'ein bo sakana, somebody who's ill, but it's not a sakana stafasho, so there's no heter to daven normally on Shabbos. But the post can bring down that in Rofei Cholim, in the beginning of Shemona Esrei, in Birchas Avos, even though that's not the time to be making bakashos, but a person is allowed to think, have kavanah for that chola when he says those words, Rofei Cholim. So in general, Shlomo Zalman says you're allowed to be maharher bakashos on Shabbos, you're just not allowed to speak them out, you're not allowed to say them. However, the poskim do say on Rosh Hashana it is mutter to make bakashos. Shlomo Zalman says, the Chazon Ish says that on Rosh Hashana it's mutter to make all forms of bakashos. But Shlomo Zalman stresses this idea that a person has to strike a balance. He used to say that the Maisa Hidrich Rabbeinu Talmidim, he guided the Talmidim Shelo Yosifu bakashos pratios Rosh Hashana. They should not add specific bakashos. El Yispalalu Rakas at Tfilos Hakavuos. They should just daven the Ikar Tfilah Ki Hayom Hu Malchios Kadesh Tamlichenu Aleichem. The Ikar day is to be Mamlech L'Rabbono Shalom and not to ask for our own bakashos. Again, reiterating the same idea that Pri Tzadik mentioned, that you have to strike a balance in Rosh Hashanah, davening for your own needs, and at the same time making sure to daven for Ruchnius and for the Rabbono Shalom himself. But Afal Pichen, Shlomo Zalman said it is mutter to add these bakashos, even in like L'Kain Tzor and Shemona Esrei, to add bakashos. This year, when Rosh Hashanah falls out on Shabbos, so there's a discussion amongst the poskim. There are many poskim who hold that it is not permissible on Shabbos, even on Rosh Hashanah, to make bakashos. And they bring proofs that on Shabbos when it's Rosh Hashanah, we don't say the Rabbono Shalom when we take out the Sefer Torah, because that's bakashos. We don't say Avinu Malkeinu. The Ramah says we don't say Avinu Malkeinu on Shabbos, and the Mishnah Berurah says because we don't make bakashos on Shabbos. So therefore, a lot of poskim, some poskim point to that, and they say therefore on Shabbos Rosh Hashanah, even though normally Rosh Hashanah we can make bakashos, on Shabbos Rosh Hashanah, like this year, one cannot make bakashos. Shlomo Zalman, however, did not hold like this. He says Afal Pisha Aser Lishal Tzracha b'Shabbos, even though it's also to ask for your needs on Shabbos, Mikol Makom Rosh Hashanah v'Yom Kippurim Shechal b'Shabbos. If Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur fall out, mutter lahosi bakashos b'Shemona Esrei b'Tfilas L'Kain Tzor. It's mutter to add in bakashos during Shemona Esrei, even though it's Shabbos, because Rosh Hashanah he quotes from the Gon. These are days for tshuva and tefillah, so it's mutter to cry out and to ask Hashem for our needs.